Hey, Stephen here with another DIY musician guide. I've been thinking about how much you should charge on Bandcamp recently because I've got some new music coming out next week and I thought this would be a good chance to get into it. If you weren't aware, Bandcamp lets you set whatever prices you want for your music, even free, depending on if you've got download credits left. I'm going to talk about my mentality when it comes to what prices you should set, if any. But before that, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Okay, when I say my mentality, I'm in no way saying this is what you should do with your music. It really comes down to what your goals and objectives are. For my band, Wired to Follow, we're mainly after exposure because that could lead us onto more creative projects such as TV and film soundtrack work. Now, don't get me wrong, we need money to pay for our studio, buy new instruments, web hosting. Every penny counts. It's just that we want to work on lots more projects. That's our passion. So with that said, why aren't I just setting all of our releases to be free downloads? Well, for a couple of reasons. I feel there's a perceived value in setting a price. Now, free downloads aren't a novelty anymore. Think about it. When was the last time someone announced that their music, be it an album or a track, was a free download and you stopped what you were doing to get to a computer and download it? Streaming has kind of disrupted that, for me at least. So for me, I tend to stick to about £5 and under for our digital releases. It all depends on how many tracks are on the release, really. That said, I do have a message on my Bandcamp release pages where I do offer it for free, just if you send me a message. Because, you know, not everyone has money and I'd rather you have it than not have it. I can definitely empathise with not having money to spare. If I were to set everything to be a free download, I could never have a sale. Okay, for example, just this weekend I decided to have a crazy sale where I gave out a discount code which would give you 95% of the entire Wired to Follow catalogue. A good bunch of people, and if you're watching, many thanks, decided to jump on this and bought everything. I think it's worked because the set is so cheap that people couldn't say no. It's kind of like being at the till and seeing some chewing gum, it was that cheap. Or, you know, seeing value in Netflix or something like that. You see it's so cheap and you go, wow, how is it that cheap? And I'm not devaluing our music and saying it's like chewing gum, or am I? Anyway, I did this to get our music to new ears, not just the people who are buying it. If you didn't know, when you buy something on Bandcamp, the people who follow you on there will see these purchases in their feed. In some cases, you'll also get sent an email of what other people have bought that week. All this as well as getting those cool little squares underneath the releases. This is the best exposure we could possibly get because it's basically word of mouth. Not only that, these new people won't be aware that there's a sale on, so they might even be tempted, if they like the music, to buy it at full price. Like I said earlier, this might not be for you if you're after substantial immediate return. For us, it's all about the long-term exposure, and I must stress that, the long term. I know when we release music, we're not going to suddenly break the internet and do a Kim Kardashian, although we could. Oh no, actually, I would do anything for music, but I won't do that. Anyway, let me know where your head is at with pricing music on Bandcamp or anywhere on the internet. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And guess what? I will see you next time on a DIY Musician Guide.